welcome to Tuesday's edition of Reptile News. 2 days in a row? Something must be going on. And today's top story, of course, it's been all over the internet and with different, some real, some fake facts depending on what you read, is the python ban. 4 out of the 9 snakes were apparently approved for the ban, which is the Burmese python, the African rock python, both subspecies, as well as the yellow anaconda. Now, it of course does not become law until it's written in the Federal Register, and I'm not exactly sure how long that takes. I've heard from a couple days to a couple months, but it is law. But it's not safe for the boas and the reticulated pythons and everything. They're still considering adding the rest of those 9 species to the list, so yeah, you might be screwed or you might not. But one important thing to note is if you do keep these snakes for pets, you are grandfathered in. You can continue to keep these snakes, you just cannot travel out of your state with these snakes. And another important thing to note, telling your congressman to go screw his mother is not going to help our cause at all. And we move on. A boa apparently escaped from its enclosure and from its owner in a French train. The boa was seen slithering underneath the seats and eventually climbed into an air duct. It was recaptured, sleeping peacefully. The owner, of course, did have proper documentation for transport of the snake. And now we move over to England, where apparently an exotic zoo operator found a little surprise outside his doorstep at his home. It was an 8-foot anaconda that somebody had dropped off in a box. They said they must have cared for the snake because they left it in a box and it was nice and warm and they wanted it to have the proper care. They probably saw the signs on the side of his car and knew that he would take care of it. And you wonder why we're losing everything. Leaving snakes at doors, getting out in trains. Come on, wake up. And last but not least, we move on to an old story, but nonetheless interesting and really, really irritating. The dune sagebrush lizard. Now, if you're unfamiliar, the dune sagebrush lizard is a candidate for the endangered species list, but a whole bunch of politicians and oil companies are fighting this, saying that it'll stop oil production, it'll stop pipeline production. They don't want to do it. No, don't add it to the list. I say, and I hope you say, screw the oil companies and pipelines. If the lizard needs to be listed, list the damn lizard on the list. But the important thing to note is the public comment period for listing the dune sagebrush lizard. Dune sagebrush lizard. Say that 10 times fast. Come on, you know you want to. The public comment period ends on the 17th of this month, so it's very important. If you haven't made your public comment, do so now. There's a link in the description to go to the story, make a public comment. It could mean life or death for another species. Which brings us into our comment of the day. Please no reptile ban stuff. What do you think about the listing or possible listing of the dune sagebrush lizard? Blech. Leave a text comment or a video response. And that has been all your news for this Tuesday. If you'd like to read any more about these stories, that link's right down below here in the description. And as always, if you're still watching, my name is Jason White. Now you know what's going on in the reptile world. Be good to each other and we'll see you tomorrow. Is it still legal to film within state lines?